Hey, today we'll do something a little bit different. I'm going to make a greeting card and show you how you can make a greeting card using Gimp. Um, we'll get a new image, and I want to do this greeting card a width of 4 inch, a width of 5 inches by 4 inches high. Now you see standard is 72 pixels print. That's no good. We want to take this thing up to 300 here. If we take it up to 300, that's a printable image 4 inches by 5 inches. And let's see here. Everything else RGB color, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. We're going to start with transparency because we can put things in it. And tell it okay. You want to comment, if you want to make a comment in here, so you can make a comment that will automatically show up on your images. Oh, not by Jack, made by. But you don't have to have a comment in there. I'm just doing this for fun. As you can see, you can put a comment in. And if you see, the actual pixel size is 1500 by 1200. That will make you a nice print of 4 inches high and 5 inches wide. Now let's open up an image here. I kind of like this one. I had this one actually picked out. That's when I open it. There it is. Now we want that image to fit in here. The difference is this is a giant big image. Let's take this and rotate it first to get in the shape we want in the counterclockwise. I kind of like that because that makes me think of a sun up there coming down. Okay, so now we'll copy all of this and we'll paste it on top of here. And it's much bigger. It's much larger. See? So now we go here to shrink it, click it to shrink it, and we can shrink it down to, let's join it together within reason. Wow, I shrunk that down pretty quick, didn't I? Okay, let's scale it there. And then we can adjust it, because I want that sun looking area up on that upper left corner. Okay, upper right corner, I mean. Now we can take and scale that layer to image size. And because that was such a high resolution picture, we still have because it was such a high resolution image, even after pasting on here, we're going to get a very nice print out of this. Oh, let's see what else we can do here. You know what? I think I would like to have, I'm going to import some cloud pictures. Let's see, open. And now let's see what I have in images in my G drive. This is my Google Drive. I've got lots of things in my Google Drive. See, I thought I had cloud images in here though. Maybe not. Yes, okay. I'm actually going to pull all these clouds in, and I want them to make paintbrushes with. So you'll get to see how to make paintbrushes at the same time, and I get to have my cloud. So we'll take this. I don't want to change. If you want to change this cloud, where you can make blue clouds, green clouds, yellow clouds, you'll have to change it to grayscale. But I don't want that. In my case, I want this to be a white cloud with a dark shadow, like a real cloud looks like. So I'm going to save this right here. I'm going to say copy this. Well, first we'll go and select all. I don't want to select all. I'm going to select this background. Now invert it. Select invert. Now when I copy that, copy it and edit, paste as a new brush. And let's call this cloud 1. Well, I'll go up to cloud 4. I'm not going to get a cloud 9 out of this, I guess. Okay, we're going to call this cloud 1. And we've got it. Now let's just test that brush out just for fun here and say here's my, let me close that big one down. That's my big one. I don't need it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Let's test that brush out over here. There I see cloud 1. There's the brush. There's a little cloud. Okay, let me make a new layer. Alright, I got a cloud in there. I want to see if I can, I'm going to see what I can do about making the top part of that a bluer color. So I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to go to the fades here and see if I can't fade from a blue to transparent. And I've got to look at this. How am I going to do this? I want blue to transparent. I think I'm going to have to cheat. Leave it like it is. No, that's what I can do. I go back to that blue. We'll do it blue and white. Then I can go up here, do the layers. And as soon as I click something, you see it turns into the color. I've got to click to get out of there. It turns into the color. Now I can take that color and remove any of the white that's inside of it. And notice it leaves the blue on top. It leaves that blue shade. And it tapers down to almost nothing. I think I can even take, let's see if I resize that. I don't want to do that. Reset it. Again, if you leave that together, it will change them both, the width and the height, and keep the aspect the same. If you disconnect them, the aspect is different, and I can shrink it up and not worry about the height. And there. So I've got a little bit of my blue up on top. And if I make it all to layered image size, I've got that blue shade up on top. Duplicate it, and we'll get even bluer. Merge it down, duplicate it again, and now I've got a blue shade up on top. Okay, that's good. Maybe I want to drag it down a little bit more now. See, I've got a little bit of a line in there, but that's okay. If I want to get that little division line out of there, that's really pretty easy if I use a I've got two different ways to do it. One of them is to select that area, and give myself a radius of blur. That way I can select it and put this back to image size, layer to image size. Look, that dot, if that dotted line is outside of your image, it's always good to move that in. You'll catch yourself. One of the days you'll catch yourself if you don't. And so there you see I stopped right on. So now I'm going to take that and select and grow it by, oh, look at that. I don't want it in pixels. I want that in pixels. Grow it by 20 pixels, 18 pixels. Select none. Didn't quite do it like I wanted to. The idea was to get that to blend. Okay, select none. I want to take away that distinct I guess it's not really that distinct. I shouldn't even worry about it. But I don't like that. God, there's nothing wrong with it. Why don't I like it? I don't know why I don't like it. Let's see, I'll bet you I could erase it though. I'll use a blur brush. A little bit of opacity to it, and I'll bet you I can get rid of that blur like that. That's it's a little bit of a straightness to the line. I just want it all taped, all blended as good as possible to go in there. And there it is. There. That looks blended to me. Good. Okay, and back here. And now let's see if we put a cloud up on top there, what will happen. First I want to let me take that yellow. I want the yellow to stand out. This is all experimental. Needless to say, it's always experimental with me. I don't know what I want to do 100%. I do know I want a blurry edge on that, and I want to choose this area up in here. And what I'm going to do is cut it and paste it back. Cut it out and then paste in place. That way if I want to use that, I can to a new layer, and I can take and actually turn it a little bit. There, so I can make that stand out against the blue. And we'll turn that into a same size as the image. I wanted the clouds to be, or not the clouds, that it's not even a sunshine either. It's symbolic of a sunshine to me, and I wanted that symbolic of the sunshine to overpower the blue and not be clouded behind it. Now let's see if we can put a couple clouds in there and how it's going to come out. Oh, let's see here with the clouds. Cloud 1. There it is. Increase the size a little bit. You do that by using the open bracket. Push the open bracket down, or you could slide it here. Either way, you can slide it at this one, or you can use the open bracket. Either one will give you that cloud at a bigger size. And we'll put another layer so it's on top of everything. And there it is, a little bit of a cloud in there. And I'm going to label some of these. I'm teaching you guys bad habits. They ought to be labeled, and I don't do it anyways near like I should. There's cloud 1. And here's the opaque layer of blue, opaque blue. And of course you can see that's blue. Okay, now we've got this together. Maybe it's time to do something neat down below here. Okay, let's see if I can find, what if I have any grass anywhere? Or if I get a make grass. I think I'm going to take this image right here. Select all. Paste as a new image, and then over here I can play with some grass ideas. See what I can make with grass. It's a little bit. It's not. I shouldn't say it's difficult. It's not as easy to do a drawing with if you don't use a tablet. A tablet helps so much, and you get so spoiled to a tablet that's really, really hard to change back once you've started, because you can just draw by hand anything you want to. So let's do this here. Let's see. We'll do that. And we'll select from So I didn't click it yet. If I click it, it turns into a path. See, click it, now it's a path. But I also did that and had it with a radius, which isn't real good for what I wanted to do. But it's still okay. We can get by. The next one won't be like that though. Okay, let's paint that. We're going to try to make it like some kind of a little grass brush or something I can use there. And see, now it's faint on the edges. I can beat that though just by clicking out here and saying select grow by 4 pixels, and that gives me a sharp edge then. And select an invert. If I paint that, then look at it, I'm painting the cloud. Oh my god, I want to paint a cloud. Hey, this is one of those, the more I'm doing, the less I'm liking what I'm doing here. This is not good. I should have quit when I was ahead. Okay, select an invert and delete. There I go. Now I've got a sharp line. Now I'll show you how easy that is to do if you do it the smart way instead of what I just did. Let's select none. And we'll delete everything. We'll go back up here. Draw that freehand draw with no feather edges. And I can just up and draw it here. Go across. Draw it here. Select it all. They select. And there I can paint it. God, a lot of fooling around there because I did the wrong thing to start with. Now you can do, like I do a lot of times, I take something, I copy it and redo it. With a piece of grass like this, you could take that piece of grass, you copy it. I'm copying that piece of grass. I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to paint that a darker green. A darker green, and I'm going to take the bottom one, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to offset that copy. Offset the copy. Just a little bit because I'm going to put a green shadow. I want to look like a green shadow on my grass. If there can be a green shadow, it's got to be on the top part, doesn't it? Not on the bottom part. Okay, there we go. We'll make that the same size as the image. Layer to image. We'll move that up. I know we got a light shadow on one side of that. And let me see which one I have here. If I take that bottom one right here, I can actually erase it and make that blend it just right. I shouldn't do this without something white behind it, because then everybody can see what it is. I don't like it. That one's blurred though. Look at that. I don't like that blurred. Tough break, isn't it? Oh my God. Select. Grow. And if I grow by a couple pixels and I delete it, I take away that blur. God, I've got the blurred edges marked. No wonder. Oh my God. Okay, select none. Don't feather anything. Select here. Grow by 4 and delete, and there I've got a sharp edge. How come this keeps getting uglier? I should have stopped clear when I was back here. So this is where I'm going to go back to. Okay, now, at this point here, let's throw some grass or something in here, or little flowers or something. Select none. See there, I can pick a line to draw. We're not going to have anything feathered, nothing done anywhere, and draw a line. We're going to try to draw some a fake grass here. But the best way to do that actually is by making a paintbrush, so you can just duplicate it and duplicate it real easy. So let's go here and we'll make some grass here, some grass here, some more grass here. That's some pretty ugly grass. Okay, there's another grass here. As grass grows, that's some pretty ugly looking grass, isn't it? But I think if I make it real small, I can get away with it. Okay, and let's paint it green. Okay, let's duplicate that layer. And we'll flip it. And we'll try to merge those two together a little bit and see if we have a little patch of grass there that we can use. Okay, there's a little patch of grass. A little patch of ugly grass. Look at that one. I don't like that one. Okay, select none. Oh, wait a minute. We don't want to do select none. We want to make it to the image size. And that one's pretty bad. So let's get rid of that one. I'll erase it. I'll merge them down. So if I erase one, I erase them all. Now, how come you don't want to erase? Because my opacity is not right. Take my opacity all the way up. And there I can erase it. I guess I don't have to erase all of it. That little stock's okay. And let's make another one of them. We'll duplicate that again. And offset it a little bit. And we'll offset it some. And make it to... I shouldn't image size it, I guess, because I'm going to flip it. Now I'll move it again. And I've got a little grass patch that I can turn into a brush. Ugly little brush, but it's a brush. Okay. There, the image size, merge down. Let me copy that. I'll copy that spot. I should copy just the, okay, let's do this, none. I'll copy just the grass. Okay, here, select invert, edit copy, edit paste as a new brush, and we're going to call this one grass. So I get rid of that layer, and let's just see if our grass works now. Select none, and see how the grass brush works. There's the grass brush right there. There's our grass. Make it a little bit shorter. Look at that, we have grass. I think I've got a little opacity on that. Yeah, I do. The opacity is kind of nice because it makes it look like grass in the background, doesn't it? Yeah, faint grass in the background. Now we go up here and boost that opacity up. And there, look at that. We've got grass. Okay, now let's make little paintbrush flowers. Okay, there we've got a background and some flowers. Now I'm not sure what's the best way to do these. Maybe I ought to just try to draw them out with a plain old ordinary old paintbrush and see what happens with them. And they can really be quite large because you can always shrink what you make. So I mean, I don't care if they're really in proportion or not. I don't want it too bad. Wait, if I draw them like this. Oh, look at this. This is what I'm able to do here. Maybe, who knows? We'll see what this flower looks like when it's done. I probably should have looked at a flower channel first, shouldn't I? Let's see what kind of flower I could make here. Okay. Now we'll select from path. And what color of flower? Oh my God, I like deep blue flowers. Oh, I can make it any color I want. Any color I want. That's right. We'll make it black. We'll make it black so it's intense. And I think if I make it black, there's an intense flower. And I select. I want to copy it. Copy that black flower. Paste it. I'm going to paste this as a new image because I'm going to fool with this more. Paste as a new image. And I'm going to take that image and turn it into a grayscale. And I'm going to take that grayscale image, copy it, and turn it into a brush. Paste as a new brush. Flower. Flower. Now, let's get a whole new spot here. A whole new image, new. And try our brush out. But we're going to try that brush as a red flower. This image here, of course, has to be RGB, not grayscale, RGB, because you want color. Now I think if I do this, we'll do a red flower. Let me shrink that image down a little bit. And a red flower we have. Good. So I can go back here, get rid of that black flower. Select none, and we'll do some little red flowers in there. We'll do red flowers with yellow centers to them. Okay, shrink it down quite a bit. We want much smaller flower. Little flowers we want. We'll delete that layer. And here I've got a layer I can paint on. That's a pretty big flower even yet, isn't it? Oh, and look, if I change its opacity, what I can do, I think I can put one back there. Look, that looked real faint in the background. But you see right through it because it's faint. So if I take and I select this, if I select that background layer, select and invert it, I'm going to try something, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to actually go to this layer here, see that layer of grass, and see if I can't erase the green behind that flower to make it stand out a little more. And it did. See, now the flower you don't see through. Select done. What a tiny little detail. But see, you don't see the green behind the flower now like you did. Okay, let's go back up here. Now, I've got that flower shaped this way. I can take and mirror it to make a different flower. And I can squeeze it to make a different flower. Okay, so let's copy that. We'll take that and put it to the layer to image size. We're going to select that. Select invert. We're going to copy it, edit copy, edit paste as a new image, and we're going to take this image and change it into a grayscale. Now I've got another different shape of a paintbrush I can use. And actually I could even trim it up a little bit more, make one a little bit longer. Let's see, we'll make that, we'll change its brush a little bit. Okay, let's go here. I take and select this and go. Let's cut this part off of it. I suppose I could erase it directly and not have to. That's just so they're not exactly the same. They look somewhat different. And there's a different paintbrush now. I have a different flower. It definitely looks different than the one before just by trimming it up a little bit. And we'll select it, invert, copy, paste as a new brush, and we'll call it flower S for flower small. Okay, now we'll go back to our drawing again, and we'll have a different flower to paint with. I think that's it. That's the flower S. Why did that show me my yeah, that's the one I just got. See, it looks different. Okay. Go back here, do another layer. And let's do some in a deep blue. flower, S flower is small. There it is, and let's reduce the size on it. And we'll use that small flower in there too. But I'm not real sure. Oh, my opacity again with that. I think I made that flower with a low opacity. Let me look at something. Oh, I did. When I made it over here. No, the opacity was fine. I want that to be dark. So I'm talking to myself until I figure out how to make that dark. I think because I got it gray, it's like that. If I take that and I tell it it's a grayscale, that's what happened. Okay, just so everybody knows. If you take a color image and you take that image and you turn it into a grayscale, it's not going to be black and white. And if you want an edge on a brush, it's got to be black and white. Otherwise, you're going to get a faint edge. So if I take this right now and I tell it, okay, export as, let me make sure everything's right. I got from images a grayscale, okay. If I edit, copy, paste as a new brush, and we'll call it the flower small. See if it overwrites it. Now we'll go back over here. There the flower small. And now that'll be a brilliant color. This one, if I use it, will not be a brilliant color. I can't make it a black without multiplying it on top and on top each other. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. I'll put another layer on top so I can have a white background here, just to demo this brush. So there's a white background, and we'll do the brush up here. If I do this brush here, and I want to do that on a red, all right, let's do it blue, because that's what I'll be using as a blue. And I want to do it in blue. It's light. If I pick this one, I want to do it in blue. It's a dark one. So by using a grayscale image, a gray image to make a brush with, it won't be real intense. It'll be lighter. If you want an intense color, you do it in black and it'll be an intense color. So we can get rid of this and get rid of this and go back to here. Well, we'll use this layer here. We'll use it. And I'll go back and do a blue flower, okay, and do it intense. Shrink it down. I hope everybody got what I was talking about there, because you can make a brush where it's a real intense color or it's not, depending on whether you make that brush in black and white, or if you do an actual grayscale. You can make brushes that will do clouds like that, a fluffy looking cloud that'll be in different colors, and we'll do that in a minute just so I can show you that. Okay, here's a blue flower. I probably should do that more intense to show up against that to show up against that green. And again, I can go and change my opacity in the back here and do one in the background, and it looks further away. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I always like yellow insides on my flowers. So we're going to go to the brushes again, I'm going to pick a brush that's a solid color. And I'm going to pick orange. I'll pick an orange. And where's my brush at? How big is it? It's a little bit larger than I want. Let me take and blow this drawing up. And I'm going to do this another layer. I have some yellow, I guess. Okay. And look, we'll back this opacity down on the back there. Look at that. All right. Okay. There's a couple bright and dim looking colors, different colors. Okay, let's back it off. What we look like. Fun. Okay, this is too much fun. Okay, we'll pick all the area that's not the center of the flowers and watch what we're going to do. Oh my God, this is going to be fun. You're going to love this one. You're going to paint it all black. Then I'm going to take and shrink that whole area. Take that selection and shrink it by a couple pixels. And delete it. Now look at all our little flowers have the black edge on it. If you look at them real close, they've got a little black edge on them. See that? And you can take and give them a tiny bit of a blur if you want. You can do anything you want to. You can always do anything you want. Okay, so let's see. We've got a cloud. We've got some flowers down here. Oh, that's a grungy looking alphabet. Ah ha ha! But I'll show it to you. We'll do it just to show it to you. Okay, Control A. Oh, maybe the contrast is neat. It's a grungy looking alphabet on a non-grungy looking picture. Or we can turn the whole picture into a flower grunge. Oh my God, have you ever heard of a flower grunge? There's a happy birthday in there. Select none. And take that and make it into the layer to image size. Happy birthday. Oh my God. That's a grungy looking happy birthday, isn't it? I'm going to change the type on that, but it's a, maybe not. Maybe just make everything look grungy then. Wouldn't that be something? You can do anything you want. I mean, God, I'm acting like I have rules I have to follow here. Okay. Well, if I get something brown looking. Brown looking, okay. And I've got a dummy layer in there to use, or a blank layer in there to use. Let me see what kind of brushes I have. Do I have any grungy looking brushes? What's that? See, increase the size on that. Maybe I can do grungy looking card. Happy dirty birthday, huh? Okay, there we go. Make that not too. We'll just make it a little dirty. Okay, it's just a little bit dirty, see? Somebody just smeared it around a little bit. Okay, if I take this layer here and I put another one, I'm going to call this a grunge. Grunge, the grunge layer. And let me put a layer on top of that and see if I can't color in that happy birthday. Happy birthday should probably be in, it should be in red. It should be in a bright red, I guess. I guess bright red is birthday color. We'll have to change our brush to a solid brush. I surprise everybody when I'm all done with it. At the very end, I'll totally alter this. I'm going to say, yeah, I didn't know he's going to make that. Okay, now I'm underneath the letters. So I can go up here and zoom in to the letters. Zoom into them. Pick my paintbrush out. Pick out my red color I want. Shrink the size of my paintbrush. And it will paint behind, because that's on top. This will paint behind the letters. I don't have to be even exactly in the lines and it will look okay. Okay. Let's see if I get that a little bit bigger, make this go a little fast. There we go. I probably ought to crank these things up and just do speed drawings. But then I wouldn't be able to talk to myself. When I get better at this, I decided I'm going to start telling stories on here. At the same time I'm doing this, I'll tell some stories. Geez, at 71, I've got some flippin' stories too, I'll tell you that. Oh my God. It's been a good life. I'm very happy, very content right now. And I have the sweetest woman I could ever imagine taking care of me. Making sure that I don't get myself in too bad a problem. I could never imagine a wife. I've always had to take care of. But I'm not going to say that. I've always found myself taking care of other people, and it's kind of neat to have it turn around now. I've got somebody that's 100% taking care of me. Myra watches out for me like I'm a little kid. She's better to me than I am to myself. My God. What a wonderful person to be an old fart with. She picks on me sometimes, though. She tells me I've got brain defect when I forget stuff. Oh my God. I'll be doing something going, oh my God, I forgot. Like she goes, don't worry, that's just brain defect. She never tells me I'm old. She's getting brain defect because you're getting older.
You're 7 years old, right?
What, hon?
7 years old.
71, yeah.
No, 7 now.
Oh, now next month I'll be 71, yeah.
21.
Yeah.
No, it's not a 17 years old.
I'm what?
17 years old.
17?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hear that? She's a little lion dog, but it makes me feel good. She says I act like I act like I'm 17. Yeah. lion dog. Oh my God. What a character. What a character. What a wonderful thing my life has turned into. Okay, let's back up this happy birthday. And you see what happens. If you go behind the letter, you can hardly miss the letter. It's going to work out pretty good. You can actually merge them down together, and you've got it now. Look at that. Oh, my God. And I probably could even, yeah, I know I could do it. I could take that whole thing. Oh, I don't want to do it that way. These I want to do like this, because I want to select it to the edges and select invert. Invert. Do a layer underneath. Okay. That layer underneath I want to paint. I don't want to paint that. Yeah, I want to paint it. I want to paint it black. I'll paint it black. No, I'll paint it gray. Well, I can always invert it. I can invert it and change the color after it's done. So there is painted white. And I can take that and offset that layer a little bit and make that happy birthday kind of stand out in there and make it a little bit fainter and make it the same size as the border. Okay, now we can back off. Okay, happy birthday. There we got a happy birthday with a little bit of grungy stuff on the edges there. Can I do more grungy? Can I go for more grunge? Of course I can. Okay, there's the grunge here, so I can do another grunge layer if I want to. What have I got here? What do I got to fool with? I don't even know what all this stuff is. It's been so, I had a lot of really nice brushes, and they got destroyed when my computer went a while back. I lost my whole computer, and it kind of broke my heart because even pictures and stuff I had are gone. And I'm usually pretty good about backing up, but I was, of all things I should say, I was between backups on it. Okay, let's see. Now this is, I don't want that in front of everything. So I can take that layer and actually move it way back. Back. There it is, behind the grasses and everything. Look at that. That's not bad. There's a happy birthday. Let me make it new from visible. Let me cut that. Paste it as a paste into place. To a new layer. I go to the bottom layer, which is there. Oh, you can't see it because all those are visible. Go to that layer, and if I select it, you'll see that select area, select invert, make a new layer on top of that, and I'll take that layer I just made and I'll paint it black. And I see that black layer you can't even see now. Select none. It's there, but you can't see it. But you will when I tell it to blur. Blur. Gaussian blur. And I'll take that, let's see, I'm blurred in it, yeah, I'm blurred with it. that's not the image size. Layer to image size. We'll go back and select that inside again, except this won't be in the blur this time. Select and invert, and we subtract it from here. I'm subtracting from this point here. Delete. And how come I don't see that? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I've got to move it up. Select none. Now I can move it up. Now I've got nothing more than a thin layer of it. I can move it up. And of course, multiplying it makes it darker. And if I want of course, my happy birthday and stuff should not be under that layer. So we take the happy birthday, merge it with the bottom of it, and move it on top of everything. And now the happy birthday's on top. Now we'll do another layer. Okay. And I pick a new brush. And when all else fails, when everything fails, you turn it into a stamp. Look at this. Oh my God, look what we're going to do here. There's my top layer. I don't think my stamp gets any bigger than that. It doesn't. So I've got to stamp that, and then I've got to actually drag my stamp to make it bigger. Now I've got to take all that and turn it new from visible. That way I can shrink it to fit it inside of my stamp. Look at that. Everything turns into a stamp. I said I liked mail art, didn't I? Scale. Make it to make it to image size. Now that won't work because I got the wrong alphabet. Okay, so we select A, change that letter style to A. Oh, let's see how that looks. That looks much better. Okay, make it bold and bigger. Into a new layer, and we'll merge it. Well, we can take that one. Actually, I guess we can turn it into an image size, but then we have to resize it after we move it. And we'll move this over here. Oh my God, that's a little bit tiny, isn't it? Okay, so select A. Here's our postage. Select everything. Make it a little bit bolder and increase the size. Okay, for you people that like Mail art. Ta-da. We're done. This is good enough. Everybody should be so happy they could hardly stand it. I've got another video done. And, oh, I can't finish yet. I've got to make myself my thumbnail. Okay. New. We're going to do this in 1270 or 1280. 1280 by 720. Okay. And let's take this, select all. Oh, let me see, do it into a new layer, new from everything. Okay, select all. We'll paste it in the center here. Paste as a new layer. And how big was that? Oh, that was real size. No wonder. That was real size. That's it. But this isn't screen size at 72 or 96 pixels. It's at 300. So that's really a quite large image. That's why I'm looking here and going, how could that thing be that big? Easy. As a matter of fact, did I cut it? Yeah, I cut off the edges and everything when I did it. Okay. I have to reopen it as an image. Okay, let me stop this there. Make that to the border to image size. Okay, now let's see if I can do this. Edit. Select all. Select all. Edit. Copy. Edit. Paste as a new layer. Now I can shrink it down and have it fit inside of that. Oh yeah, look at that. I forgot it was so big. It's really a quite large image for on the computer of what I normally do. Okay, that should do it. That's not bad. That'll make a nice thumbnail, won't it? I should put somebody's name in here. It needs a name in here. Oh my God, I gotta go online and find out who's having a birthday. Oh, I might start a whole new thing with this. I might start doing a whole new thing with this. If I can get on here and do demos and do it on people's birthdays. Okay, so I'm going to edit this, but there's going to wind up being a name in here. But I've got to find somebody that's having a birthday. Hey, enjoy yourself. Subscribe and like my videos, and you'll just make my day. And thank you very much. And until next time, until we meet again.